So I'm guessing the game is Pokemon Legends.
Legends of Arceus or some shit like that. It's basically a open world Pokemon game, like how Legend of Zelda, not Zelda Breath of the Wild was or is.
Oh, okay.
This is basically how I pictured Pokemon to be ever since I was a kid.
Yeah, because I was about to say, isn't that what everybody wanted out of a Pokemon? At first, it's like a Pokemon MMO, or where you can walk around and battle other people and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't even know if it's gonna be open like that. Available Friday 28th. Okay, 28th of January. Yo, that was dope. So basically, you get to see what you can do. So you can send your Pokemon out. It'll hit trees to make fruit fall or make other Pokemon pop out. Mm-hmm. You can battle Pokemon that you see in the wild. So I like that. I would just love to see if like there's trainers out there too that you actually fight, or if there's other people walking out there. I would love that.
I would assume that, because I mean, wouldn't you want it to be multiplayer where you can take your team of Pokemon and battle somebody else's team?
Hell yeah. I mean, well, they gonna have multiplayer anyway, but I would just love for it to be like an open world experience where you can pop in, pop out type thing.
Mm. Ooh, look at this brushed art style with the captions.
Boy, I ain't gonna lie, I hate.
Look at that Ghost of Tsushima Pokemon.
Oh, that's what he. Oh, okay. That must be like a Galar region. Well, I don't know where they are now, but
I recognize that white and green one from a lot of hentai comics. I don't know what Pokemon it is, but
well, like the name was behind you, I think.
Yeah, it's that plant type Pokemon that I do know. Like, you got the mask. Like, you can't. Well, you got you got the mask and the
got a fox mask. Yeah,
looks pretty cool. See, I'd rather, like, I would want something like this. I mean, I'm not super into Pokemon like that, but I would love just a game where if you can take, you know how like the Game Boy games are, where you have the world that you go around in. If you could somehow make that, but somehow make it fully formed multiplayer where people can drop in and drop out, kind of like the one knockoff Pokemon game that they did.
Yeah.
They did?
Well, no, so the one that you're talking about, the knockoff one was like a straight knockoff. There is, I forgot what the name of it is. There is an MMO Pokemon RPG that somebody created, and it basically has all the stats, all the Pokemon. You can go in and capture them and shit. And there are people walking around everywhere. And they have their Pokemon. You can make your Pokemon follow you and everything, just like in Pokemon Yellow. It was so dope to play. But it's not, it doesn't have like a main story. That was the only issue. It's like they had gyms and stuff, but it didn't really follow. Like, you got to go to this gym and get this first and get this first. And, you know, you can only go through this path when you get the cut ability. Like, it didn't have any of that stuff because it was a knockoff. They couldn't program all that stuff to have a cohesive story.
But like, if you,
that's dope, dude.
Because if you can make like a Pokemon game, I mean, you could just print money. I mean, if you can make the perfect Pokemon game, you're printing money at that point because there's millions of Pokemon fans out there. So I don't know why Nintendo, and maybe you may know since you play a whole lot more games, you know, by
they got trainers.
But like, why does Nintendo sit on good ideas for their properties when they could just be printing money? Like, is it because the Japanese people don't want to do it? Because,
what do you mean sit on ideas?
Like if they made, let's say, the perfect Pokemon game that all the fans wanted, and just like let's say, treated it like MMO let's say,
because they don't.
Every 5 years they would update it or something.
They don't make the perfect Pokemon game that fans want because, like, all right, so what I wanted was like a Pokemon game that followed the anime. That the closest thing that we got to that was Pokemon Yellow. That was like straight up, like you got Pikachu on your back, you know, like walking behind you and all kind of shit. But it's like I wanted something that followed the anime, like Orange Islands, like it went through all the different things. When
like you want to go through all the different seasons of the anime.
Yeah, man, yeah. So they kind of did that with each new Pokemon game. They introduced another like that land in the anime. Yeah. So, but it's not the same story. That was for me, like, you know, I didn't really like that much. But like the perfect Pokemon game is this. This is what people want. And as far as what the trailer's showing, they want, like, we want to be able to walk around just like in real life.
Yeah.
What's the story of Pokemon? You 11 years old.
Yeah, you trying to become.
You go out there by yourself.
Yeah, you go out there in the world,
finding Pokemon. You're encountering Pokemon like this. You battle them. You catch them. You sneak up on them. Like just wow. So you can actually get attacked personally. That is dope.
That must be like a wild Pokemon or a legendary or something.
Yeah, it seems like it.
But like, you know, like you said, they didn't make the perfect Pokemon game, but wouldn't the perfect Pokemon game have all of that stuff you mentioned? I mean,
it would, but like it wouldn't be on Game Boy and shit like that because they only had so much memory for those types of games. So
and of course they're gonna want to put it on a Nintendo console.
Yeah, and well, it has to be. It's Nintendo. They wouldn't put it on PlayStation.
Oh yeah, I know that. But at least I was thinking it would be like PC, but
no, it wouldn't do that either because that's Microsoft.
Yeah, you're right. So,
I would say the perfect game is just like this. Like you can get attacked by Pokemon, which they just show, which is dope. I didn't even think they would put that in the game. You can.
Yeah, that didn't even look like an actual battle. It was just you just walking in.
You were getting attacked.
You're in my forest. Get out.
Yeah. but that's what the anime showed. The anime would show shit like that. Where Ash would get attacked by Pokemon and would get hit. You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't ready. Like how would you do it in real life? Like to catch a bird in real life, you would have to sneak up on that fucking bird. You know, like, and it has that mechanic where you can sneak up on Pokemon. You can find Pokemon in grass and you can see them running around. And if you want to get like a fucking Sky Dragon, you got to get a Pokemon that knows how to fly that can carry you into the sky so you can go get that fucking dragon that's flying around. Like that's the kind of shit that I would love to play and populate it with people that
you can battle, walk around, trade Pokemon to, and all that stuff. You know, you got to have all that Pokemon.
Exactly. And I want every single Pokemon in the fucking game. Like the issue that I had with it, every Pokemon game had its own generation of Pokemon, and some of them shared like from the older generation, like Vulpix. That was like Pokemon Red and Blue, I think. Yeah, Pokemon Red and Blue. That's like in the first 150. But then after they started getting into these other games, 200, 300 Pokemon later, you can only find this many Pokemon in here because it's a whole different region.
So they couldn't fit everything in there. Like, if you played Game 4, you didn't have Pokemon from Gen 1, 2, and 3 in there.
Exactly.
You only had Gen 4. That's
whole different region. Yep, whole different country.
And people want Pikachu and their fan favorites of the previous.
So what they ended up doing was in these different Pokemon, they had different versions. So like, let's say you have a Galar region Pikachu. So instead of it being yellow,
the Pikachu, it's an off-brand Pikachu.
It's an off-brand. Yeah, it's like Wish Pikachu, So like they started making changes where all Pikachus had like the square tail. Now female Pikachus have the heart tail. Like the edge of their heart, edge of their tail is like a heart shape instead of like a straight lightning bolt shape. Or you have like a different color. Or like the Vulpix that you saw here was red.
Oh, she about to get that Leonardo DiCaprio.
You got a Vulpix that's red, but then if you get a Vulpix that's in a snow region, it's going to be white, and look a little bit different. So it's like stuff like that, but I want everything. I want every single Pokemon in this game, and the way you keep me buying shit for it is don't make me unlock Pokemon or pay for like fucking Pokeballs and shit, which that can be an option, like to pay for Pokeballs because you run through those like crazy, but like add more gyms, add more events, and I'll pay for those events to get legendary Pokemon. There's so many legendary Pokemon now that you can pay. Like you can just put DLC in here, like, oh, if you want to get Mewtwo, you got to go to this event. You know what I mean? Or if you want,
like let's say, like if you have a Christmas event, you can get Mewtwo dressed in a Christmas hat or something.
Yeah, something like that. Like that. You know what I'm saying?
So you can do that with Pokemon. Like certain games can't do that. Like Battlefield tried that shit. Like I don't know if you heard in the past couple weeks they had the Santa outfit that one of the characters wore, and they jumped in their shit about that shit. They took it out because it's like you can't have the people who play Battlefield, you want a military shooter, not your characters run around in Santa outfits. It don't make sense.
I ain't gonna lie, I would still like. It don't really make sense in terms of the fucking gameplay because how you gonna blend in? You got Santa's over there with a fucking AK-47 running around.
But yeah, this game looks pretty cool.
Yeah, like. I bought Sword and Shield, the last one, fucking hated it. I didn't even beat the whole game because it was just like, no, this isn't what I want. It's this too constricting. It's not no freedom in it. It's so straightforward. The story sucks. Your rival is a bitch. Like I'm serious. The rival has no confidence whatsoever. I'm like, are you serious right now?
How's it gonna be the rival then? He's supposed to be cocky. He's supposed to be cussing you out.
He's not, bro.
So are you that guy?
For me, I was like, yo, I'm gonna be evil to this dude. I'm gonna fucking massacre this guy every time I see him.
You know, flip the story around a little bit.
That's what happens. So in the original games, when you had a rival, they would pick the opposite Pokemon of you. Like, so like your Pokemon would be weak against his. In this one, no, he picks the opposite of you to where his is weaker than yours. It's like, if you take fire, he's gonna take grass. If you take water, he's gonna take fire. I'm like, that's stupid. I'm gonna beat him every time. They make it too easy. So when you level up your Pokemon,
because in their mind they're making it for kids. So.
Yeah, but man, when I was a kid, that shit was difficult as fuck. Imagine taking Pikachu to a fucking rock gym. You ain't doing shit. You gotta go find a Pokemon.
You gotta find that water wheel, man. That's what
you need. Well, yeah.
You know, and abuse your Pikachu by sticking
those
eyes to his cheeks.
It was like even in the red one, it was like no, that shit is difficult. Like imagine going to the 8th gym and you lower level, you gotta fucking grind on beating up Pidgeys and shit for like 6 hours. Like no. This shit the last game way too easy, and it was just like, I didn't like it. Fucking hated it. And their DLC was basically, oh, here's this other place you can go to, and it has more of the first 150 Pokemon. It's like, so yeah, but it ain't a part of the story.
There, then if it's extra, so yeah, it's
great for collecting, right? If you treat them like collectibles, but this gameplay and story was fucking horrible. This, on the other hand, I would try this shit.
Well, if the story holds up, it could be all flash and
even if the story is shit and I'm just running around collect, like I would love to explore a giant land like that. Especially if they treat it like Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild was like, I never played it, but I've seen my homeboys play it, and I sat in on it.
Nothing but good things. Like I don't have a Switch. I've heard I haven't heard nothing bad about that game. Period. Just off top, never heard nothing bad ever about that game. So I'm assuming it's greatness.
I was tied to multiple YouTube channels watching gameplay of that shit. Just watching people do crazy shit in that game. And look how big that shit is. Fuck. You got a volcano in that bitch. Like you can have Charizards in the volcano, Magmar and shit. If you want snow
different
Pokemon,
environments, snow, ice.
Dude. That's all. Thank you. And then the volcano, you can see it in the background. So that means you can travel all the way to that volcano. Thank you. And you got gyms and islands. Yo, boy.
This looks like a full-blown RPG. I mean, I'm not seeing Pokemon battles though, but other than just the guys dodging when getting attacked, like, oh, there go the water wheel, so you can charge your Pikachu. But like I'm not seeing no Pokemon battles. Like you would think you would have two characters battling or something, but
well, see,
maybe this is RPG with Pokemon in it, and that's it. But
I mean, if you have gyms, you're gonna have like gyms and cities. You're gonna have them. They show the trainers, but they didn't show the battles. I mean, but they did show Pokemon, like you battling Pokemon in the wild is gonna be just like that with trainers. It's gonna look the same. But they haven't showed like fighting, like when the stats pop up and shit like that.
Yeah, it looks good though.
Yeah.
Let me know if this has multiplayer. I mean, if this is something you want to jump into.
All Pokemon games have multiplayer, but I don't know if it's gonna. It probably won't have co-op. That's gonna be the issue. Like Nintendo does not do co-op like that.
Stingy bastards.
I know. They don't do jump in, jump out. I would love that though, but because it's so scripted, I don't think that they really do it.
Why does the main character look like he should be like selling me newspapers?
Japan.
Like she looks cool, but like that scarf with the hat, I'd be like, yo, man, like I don't want a newspaper. Yo, go on.
He looks like a delivery guy. Yeah,
yeah, from like the 1950s.
But this one feels more like because they did each Pokemon game has like a different time frame where it looks like it's more future or less future. This one looks like it's way like feudal
in the past
era. Yeah, feudal era, like almost like how Naruto is. You know, where they have futuristic stuff, but
feudal future.
Yeah, feudal future.
Like, is that a genre? You know, did I just coin that? But,
well, you just did. Yep, that's what it is.
But I know what you mean. Where it looks back in the day, but has a lot of modern stuff to it.
Look at that motherfucker! Just threw a Pokeball out the fucking grass, like yeah, bitch! Wow!
I thought that was a rock.
I love
That's
that
how
shit.
you capture Pokemon, rocking them in the head, knocking them out.
Oh man! All right, yo, I'm ready for this.
Yeah, this looks good.
Yo, I will give up my Animal Crossing for this.
Yeah, that's the one that what was it, IGN or somebody make the video, Bidoof.
You see that shit? So you can't even they run away from you if you don't sneak up on them.
So like you just sneaking up on Pokemon, smacking them with Pokeballs, like
that's what the show is.
I thought you had to battle the Pokemon and weaken them and all that.
No, well, they changed that. They changed that recently because of Pokemon Go. In the mobile version, you don't battle them. You just throw a Pokeball at them.
Yeah, you just kind of keep throwing it at until you can buy stronger Pokeballs or whatever.
Yeah, and technically, you can wear a Pokemon out in the show. By just like throwing a Pokeball at it, and it's like you can catch them, because they show in the newest show. Sometimes you can just throw a fucking ball and catch it because they try to make it seem more like the Pokemon mobile version, so that way people can get into both the anime and it's just like the game. And it's like I fucking hate that. It's like, no, you gotta beat their ass. You gotta knock them out.
Pikachu always came off that ball. Like he was like, I'm not going in that thing. So you had to smack him up a little bit.
Yep.
You gonna get in that ball if I knock your ass
Pikachu
out.
never got in that damn ball. He got in that ball maybe one time. Anyway, after that, nope. You might as well throw that ball away.
Should have smacked him with what's that Dark Master ball? Where they don't got no choice.
Oh,
that's what you need for this.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. We talking about Pokemon the movie, nigga. When Mewtwo had the Master Balls, he was like, no. I remember Ash, he was trying his best. And he was like, Pikachu. He was getting smacked in the face with balls and shit because he was trying to stop Pikachu. Nope. Pikachu got in that fucking ball too. Bah! Nope.
All right. Well, I guess we can end this one here. So, if you guys want us to react to any other video games out there, let us know, and we'll gladly make a video about it. YouTube. Guess we will see you in what's the land of Pokemon, or does that change per game?
It changes per game. I'm not finna try to pronounce that shit.
We will see you in the land of Nintendo. Peace out.